Welcome, friends. Welcome back to the kitchen. Lot going on in the kitchen today. I've got a corn pudding in the oven that's cooking. I've got a cake for the old cookbook show. That's old cookbook show. Cake for the old cookbook show, and some potato biscuits for the old cookbook show on the go. And today, here, what we're going to cook is a little something I want to call Marry My Tuscan Cowboy Chicken. So we're going to heat up a little bit of oil in the bottom of this cast iron pan, and then season these chicken breasts with salt and pepper. And I will, even though you might not see it, I will do all sides. So the reason I've got so much going on in the kitchen is that over on the airplane channel, I'm going to be upgrading the instruments and then upgrading the pilot to use those instruments. And so that work is going to take me up to the shop for most of March and April. So in January and February, I am working double time to create enough content so that March and April I can be at the shop and with an instructor learning how to use the new instruments. So lots going on, and I might have to jump to other things while we're doing this. Now, the name of today's dish, I am being a little maybe facetious. I don't know, is facetious the right word? I'm sure someone will tell me. There's Marry Me Chicken, there's Tuscan Chicken, and there's Cowboy Chicken. So I'm just going to saute these chicken breasts, get a little bit of color, build some fun in the bottom of the pan, cook them about 3/4 of the way through. And so Marry Me Chicken is a take on Tuscan chicken. And in North America, the word Tuscan in front of any dish, or as the title of any dish, it's really shorthand to say something cooked in a sauce with cream and a tomato, light creamy tomato sauce, often with a little bit of something green in it, like spinach. And so, you start seeing Marry Me Chicken show up to take on Tuscan chicken. Most often it's Tuscan chicken with the green component left out. And then I start seeing the same dish called Cowboy Chicken. I don't know how anybody arrived at Cowboy for the name of this dish, other than Cowboy sells. Put Cowboy in a clickbaity title and people are going to click on it to go and see the recipe. All of that aside, it is an amazing tasting, quick weeknight meal. I'm using chicken breasts because those were on sale at the grocery store, but a skinless, boneless chicken thigh would be fantastic. Turkey. Often here I can get just a turkey breast, and instead of having 4 chicken breasts, you could put in 2 turkey breasts and come to the same end. It would be amazing. A pork chop. Pork chops in this mixture would be great. Just keep an eye on your chicken, monitor the temperature. We do want it to cook maybe 3/4 or a little bit better the way through at this point. We will be cooking it a little bit in the sauce at the end, but not so much that, we could really finish the chicken if it was only done halfway through. Not like if you were putting it in the oven for 20 minutes or 30 minutes. So, temperature probe, instant read thermometer is your friend in this situation. Okay, I'm pulling the chicken out. And I'm throwing in some shallot, some mushroom, and some cherry tomatoes. Okay, so the tomatoes are just starting to break down, the mushrooms have softened, and the shallot has softened really nicely. If you don't have shallots, just use regular onions. That's fine. Shallots do add something to it, but, if you don't want to buy a bag of shallots, don't. Just use the onions you already have. Now I'm going to squeeze in some garlic, course, garlic is always to taste, so use as much or as little as you like. I think I'm going to put in 3 cloves. All right, so 3 cloves of garlic, thyme, oregano, and hot pepper flakes. This is sun-dried tomato in oil, all chopped up. Smells so good. Now I've got, this is a kind of like a pickled hot pepper. I'm not going to try and say it because if I say it wrong, people just go nuts in the comment section. I'm going to put in a scoop because I really like it. You don't have to. You know, the red pepper flakes that we put in before are going to bring enough, just enough zip to bring the whole dish together. I want just a little bit more than that, so I'm going to put that in. Now it's time to glaze the bottom of the pan with some wine. Some of those ingredients have already deglazed the bottom of the pan. They've already brought the fond up and mixed it in. The wine is just going to kind of help that out. And it's going to bring something to the sauce. People ask me what kind of wine. This is a white wine, a white table wine from Niagara region, from a winery where, you know, the people are good people. I really like these guys. And this is a mix of Riesling, Chardonnay, and Gewürztraminer. It's a Tuesday night wine. It's not a top shelf wine. They will admit that. It's just a really good, solid white wine. Crisp, clean, great flavors. So, we'll glug that in. Give a stir, bring up the bits on the bottom. Just bring this all together. Looking and smelling good. Okay, so at this point I'm going to put in some cream. This is 35% cream, whipping cream it's called here. Put that in. Give this a stir, bring that sauce together. Looking and smelling fantastic. And put the chicken back in. Along with everything from the plate. Now at this point, just let this simmer for 10 or 15 minutes. The sauce will thicken down and it'll be ready to serve. You could throw some greens in here now. You could, just before you serve it, put in a little bit of spinach. Bring a pop of color, bring some great flavor. I'm about 20 minutes ahead of time. So I'm going to put a lid on, turn it right down to 2, and wait for Julie to get home from work. Okay, so chicken breast.
Hey, friends.
Jules.
Hey, Glenn.
A little bit of
Looks
sauce.
like that's going to need a bunch of stuff. Some forks, maybe a knife.
I didn't thicken the sauce too much because I like it a little bit thinner. This would go really nice over some mashed potatoes. Maybe some rice.
Yes, you do like your sauce over
Yes.
your potatoes.
Sorry, Jules.
You're just digging right in there. Apparently, Glenn really has.
I made this. I made a cake. I made a corn pudding. There's buns in the oven. I had a busy day.
You had a busy day, so you're hungry. Is that what you're telling me? Glenn's a little bit hungry.
Yeah. So the sauce makes it. I mean, chicken breasts. There's no flavor in a chicken breast, really. It's the least liked of all the meats to me.
No, sauce is pretty good.
Sauce is good. So, like I said, chicken thighs, boneless, skinless, instead of breasts.
Yes.
Pork chop, thick pork chop in there.
Oh, that'd be good too.
Yeah.
There you go.
Turkey breast. You can get them, well, at least here we can get them, just a single turkey breast. All of those would work in there. Potatoes for side, rice for side, noodles for side, all kinds of ideas for what you would have for a side. And maybe some biscuits from the 1800s.
Are they ready
to
yet?
sop up the gravy. So no matter what you call this, marry me chicken, Tuscan chicken, cowboy chicken, marry my Tuscan cowboy chicken. I don't really care what you call it. It's a quick, easy, flavorful, tasty meal for midweek. Thanks for stopping by. See you again soon.